What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ash's Comics and Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a great time and stayed safe. And let's start off the new year with the first video on this channel of 2026. We're looking at my top 10 pickups of last year in 2025. And every year I do this video, I'm not trying to outdo myself, but it tends to happen. Some of these books you've seen in not just the regular haul videos, but a couple of other videos throughout the year. Some of these books you've seen recently, and some of them you haven't seen since beginning of the year, but beginning of last year. But still, a great haul. Uh, Man, some great books. So let's jump into it. The first one is actually some original art. Shout out to Broke Boy Comics, aka Noah, a good friend of the channel. He finally talked me into getting some original sketch covers done at Terrificon, and I'm just so happy to have this in my collection. And you can go back and watch the whole story, but this was done by Ryan Santos, who is exclusively at Terrificon every year and does a lot of up north cons. Near Rhode Island and everything, and a tremendous artist who just did a fantastic job on this. This is Catwoman 80th anniversary, an all sketch cover. They said, "Hey, can you do a Golden Age Catwoman?" And a little less than a day later, dropped this off Friday, picked this up Saturday afternoon. Let's look at that, guys. First ever sketch cover in the collection, and whew, such a great one. The next one is another sketch cover. Like I said, I got a little bit late in the game, but I got this done at Baltimore Comic Con, and another beautiful Golden Age Catwoman. I am kind of collecting her. Obviously, we'll see this year if it pans out. I get something in the mail, but Catwoman issue number one. I think this is from not the New 52. It might be actually New 52. Um, but this number one sketch cover, I asked Adrienne Mello to do a sketch cover for me, and she did not disappoint. Take a look at that. They said, "Hey, can you emailed her?" I said, "Can you do me a Golden Age Catwoman?" She said, "No problem." I emailed, we did back and forth email over, but I sent this out to her through the mail. Picked it up a few months later at Baltimore, and this is what I got. And like I said, all I said was a Golden Age Catwoman. Everything else is up to her, and she did a fantastic job. Um, I think next time though, I'm gonna try to get her to do color if I can. But I still love this. I think it really pops, and yeah, just a fantastic cover to add, sketch cover to the collection. And now we're gonna get into some of the bigger boys, some of the keys, as you will. This just dropped last week. These next two books coming up, so no surprise. Detective Comics issue number 298. First appearance of Matt Hagen, the second Clayface, the Clay version, as I will say it, and will be the star of the Clayface movie coming out this year. So that will be interesting to see how that plays out. This book has gotten hot uh, over the last couple months, of course, and I expect will continue to rise, but will probably come back down. But it's still a lower grade version that is a bit more expensive and a excellent addition to the Batman Rogues Gallery PC. And then another addition, Detective Comics issue number 400, some Neil Adams goodness, as you would, and also the first appearance and origin of Man-Bat and the first solo Batgirl and Robin story. So, team up and pretty cool in my opinion. And Neil Adams, and like I said, just collecting the rogue galleries is always a thing on this channel. It's what originally started this channel, and I will continue collecting them. I will have an updated video on the Rogues Gallery sometime in the next month or two, and we'll talk about my plans and what books I kind of have left to collect. Not so many books, but pricier books. Um, this book is kind of a Rogues Gallery first appearance, depending on where you look at it, but a book I've wanted for a long time. And I got a great deal at Terrificon from Three Men in the Basement. This is Lois Lane, issue number 70, first Silver Age appearance of Catwoman. Um, I believe it was almost 17 years up until this issue where she kind of disappeared. Comics Code Authority. Yeah. So Catwoman disappeared for a while, but then she made her reappearance for a Silver Age appearance in Lois Lane 70 and second Silver Age appearance in 71. Still a great, cover and great to have her first Silver Age appearance. Obviously, can't probably collect her first actual appearance. Bit of a pricier book. This book is really cool. One of the last pickups of this year. Um, Green Lantern issue number 87, and this is the appearance, first cover appearance of John Stewart, My Green Lantern, second appearance of Guy Gardner from December of 1971, Neil Adams art, Dennis O'Neil story. This book is definitely on the Grail list in the top 10 for a good reason. And I'm not going to take it out because I already did it in a video previously when I go back and watch it. But on the inside, this is signed by the man, Neil Adams himself. So maybe the most expensive book I will probably have in my collection if I get it graded. I believe it was a 5.5 to a 6.0 we estimated. And I got this from another good friend of the channel, Brookso Comics, so his grading is always on point. I mean, this is a beautiful copy anyway, but to have the first appearance of John Stewart in the collection this year, which I knew I was going to add eventually, just wasn't sure. And knowing that Lanterns comes out this year, but ultimately signed by Neil Adams himself. That is just amazing. So now we're going to move on to the graded books in the collection, my top 10 pickups. This is Batman the Mask of the Phantasm, the animated movie, and this is you could call it the newsstand slash deluxe cover edition. It does not let you know a prestige format. I tend to like this a little bit better than the regular version of the comic. So this is a better cover in my opinion. It's a 9.8 white pages. Got this for steel. Rumor is that Andriana Broomount is going to be in the Batman Part 2. We'll have to see. Nevertheless, even if this doesn't pan out being the character, I got this for a great deal. I think I paid less than $150, all in on this, and I kind of want to maybe get some of the Batman animated movies or the Batman comic movie format editions in 9/8. So we'll see. This book is a nice book. It's always rumor about this, and it is, and honestly, that is a great addition to the Batman Rogues Gallery PC too. This is also a great addition. This is Batman issue number 609. You know, Jim Lee, Jeff Loeb storytelling here. First appearance of Tommy S. Elliott, who will be Hush. We would find out in a couple of issues later. However, this is a book that's more expensive, but Batman 619 is the first appearance of Thomas Elliot in the Hush costume, which for some reason doesn't get as much love. I don't know what it is, but this is great. Um, yeah, got this for a steal of a deal at King Kong earlier last year, and a 9.8 white pages, man, can't beat that. So, Batman 609, great addition to the Rogues Gallery. Like I said, I'm gonna have a huge video on that, probably updating every single book I have and every new edition. Another book I picked up earlier in the year, I've been wanting this for another DC character for a while. Hawkman issue number 4, origin and first appearance of Zatanna. Excuse me. A 3.0 off-white pages. I'm fine with that. This book, even in a low grade and off-white pages, is hard to find for a good price. For good reason. However, the only thing that kills it is I think the cover a little bit. I mean, maybe it was a better Hawkman cover, but the first page Zatanna's there front and center. So I wish they would have put her somewhere, maybe put like a little bubble or something. That would have been cool, or at least make it a little bit of a better cover. But still, a great issue. First appearance of Zatanna. Trying to collect the ladies anytime I can get. Speaking of the ladies, the last book. This is a good one. This is actually an older CGC slab, and I'm thinking about doing some interesting things with this book in the future, maybe. Batman Harley Quinn from 1999, origin and first appearance of Harley Quinn in the DCU Universal continuity, and it's the famous Alex Ross cover, 9.8. Like I said, you can tell this is the older CGC label, nice and thick. I am determined to possibly crack this. Uh, Wait for Paul Dini, maybe, if he ends up doing a signing, or even Alex Ross, and get the stun in again. Um, I've kind of been advised against that because if it's a 9.8, you crack it, you could go down to a 9.6 or under. So we'll have to see what I want to do with that. But still, I think even if I keep it like as is, it's still a great addition. This is on one of my Grails list. So I was just thrilled to pick this up this year. It's a great book to own. And I know Batman Adventures 12 is technically the first appearance of Harley in comics. Like I said, the first DC continuity, though, I think is a little bit more important. I would like to add a Batman Adventures 12 one day to the collection. So we'll have to see. I'm sure I will eventually get that book. But this is a great addition to the collection. And shout out to 360 Comics, my boy, helped me get this. Um, and yeah, so that is it, guys. That is the haul of the best comics I picked up um, in 2025. So going forward in 2026, let's see what happens. I already have my eyes on some big books. And like I said, the Batman Rogue Gallery first appearances are going to be tough because I'm coming down to now where some of the books I need, specifically first appearance of Mr. Freeze, pricey book. So we'll see what happens. Over the next couple weeks, I'm gonna roll out my, comic goal slash channel goal video as usual. May even do like another top 10 books I'm looking to pick up this year. The top 10 books I wanted to pick up last year, I do have a few in here. I didn't get all of them again. It's weird. It's like as the months go on or half the year goes on, your collection changes and your goals change, and you kind of got to go all over. So I want to slim down a little bit this year and go back to what I love. Obviously, collecting the Batman Rogue Gallery first appearances. I'm working on the Daredevil first 100 issues run going into this year as well. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. And there's more haul videos coming out later this year, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think the first Philadelphia Comic Con is coming up in a couple of weeks. Um, don't think I do anything big there or drastic. I think I'm gonna January just get my bearings about me. I'm gonna go through the collection. Have off a couple of days coming up over this weekend. I need to go through the collection. I need to organize. I need to see what I have, what I don't want to buy duplicates of, and maybe look to trading or selling some books to help fund some of the bigger books of this year. So of course, but guys, that is it. That is my top 10 pickups of 2025. I hope you guys had a great year last year collecting. I know I did. I can't wait to see moving forward in 2026 what we all pick up and add to our collections. It's always fun and a great time. And I look forward to seeing other videos like this coming out. And yeah, guys, do me a favor too. Hit that like button and please subscribe. It helps out the channel. We are at 800 subscribers for the new year. That was the goal. We hit it. Now on to 1,000, of course. I think we can get there by the end of 2026. We'll have to see though. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video and what you thought about my top 10 pickups. And as always, stay safe, take care of each other, and we will see you in the next episode of Josh's Comics.